Hi, my name is Mary Claire, and I'm presenting over Starbucks and the way that they advertise their company. They were founded in 1971 and became one of the biggest global coffee giants in the world. They have about 28,218 stores all over the world, and they still retain the same logo despite some of the changes. And the story about how that came about is a guy named Terry Heckler was poring over old marine books and he found a 16th century two-tailed mermaid. And the story behind her is, and according to Greek mythology, she would lure sailors to some shipwrecked island off the coast of the Pacific, some Pacific island. And according to Greek mythology, it was rumored to be called Starbuck Island. And so that's where the name kind of came from, and they were hoping with the name and the logo that people would be lured to come and drink their coffee. They spend, compared to a lot of other companies, way less on their advertising, despite being a big company. But compared to others like Nike, they really don't spend that much on advertising. Their main focus is customers. They want people to have a really good experience there, not only with the coffee, but with the baristas behind the bar. There's a quote from a guy named Howard Schultz, which he was one of the first owners, and he said, "We aren't in the coffee business serving people, we're in the people business serving coffee." And even more recently, one of the CEOs of Starbucks describes that he wanted Starbucks to be people's third place. And the first and second would be like work and home, and that they want people to be able to feel safe and have a sense of community in their pop-ups, their stores. They also have a large variation of products, not even including coffee. They have pastry items, sandwiches. You could basically go there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner if you even wanted to. And they have a bunch of different creative drinks. One of the main reasons that they're so successful today is because they know their audience. And their primary audience would, first of all, probably be people who are the ages of 25 to 40, upper class, people who want to spend money on premium coffee and have a good experience. And the reason it's more expensive is because you get a better experience and coffee as opposed to if you went to McDonald's and got a coffee. They have locations in really convenient places where a lot of those people shop, so like Targets, Walmart, airports, grocery stores, so people can just grab a coffee and get on with their day, grocery shopping or whatever they may be doing, working. And you can also go to the store and they have free Wi-Fi, and you can just sit there all day and sip on your coffee and get your stuff done. Another thing is their secondary target audience would be young adults who are ages 18 to 24, and that's primarily the college student age, so they actually open up Starbucks stores in colleges. And even the last college I went to, they had one right in the middle, and it's just really convenient because college students who are staying up late or, they just need to get on through the day, they can just grab a coffee and get on and do their classes. Another thing is they're really good at listening to their customers and rebranding. If they come out with an advertisement or a drink, they don't get good feedback, they will change things and try and make their company the best it can be. A huge factor that goes into their advertising is imagery, and they are very good at it. So they post aesthetically pleasing pictures of their products, whether it's on their boards or on their social media or on the commercials. And they think of creative descriptive words and adjectives to advertise their drinks and to make it seem like it's really good. So one of the drinks that I really like is the Mango Dragon Fruit Starbucks Refresher. And the way that they describe that drink is they say, "Sip into summer with these refreshingly fruity iced drinks, starring tropical dragon fruit and sweet mango flavors." And then it says, "Try with creamy coconut milk." So if you didn't quite catch it, they're saying things that make you imagine and want to drink this product, like refreshingly fruity, tropical, sweet, creamy. Those are just very good descriptive words that help to really sell the product and make someone kind of curious about it. Another thing is they make really creative drink names. So they came out with this drink not too long ago called the Flavor Changing Unicorn Drink. And it was like a pink and blue drink that apparently changed flavors in your mouth, which would get a lot of people talking and a lot of people interested in their company. They always have something to look forward to. Every season they come out with new drinks. It's kind of like a tradition, I guess you could say, and a lot of people are fans of tradition. Starbucks just always, every November they come out with red cups and peppermint drinks and Christmassy drinks, holiday drinks. And they actually have a contest called the #RedCup, and if you would tweet a picture or post a picture and put #RedCup, you could actually win. They had about 5 prizes that people could win, and you had a chance of winning that. Also in the summer they come out with fruity, like refreshing iced drinks, and then in the fall they come out with like pumpkin spice lattes, apple cider, cinnamon flavored drinks. And actually this past year they came out with this drink called Witch's Brew. And I actually tried it. I wasn't personally a fan, but it definitely caught my eye. It's a purple drink and it has whipped cream on it and then green powder sprinkled on top. And it just, for people who really like seasons and holidays like Halloween, it definitely gets you in the mood and it's just something fun to kind of drink. And that's definitely something that attracts new customers. With the new age of advertising, social media is what people use now, especially people who are millennials, I guess you could say. It's the main form of communication these days, and Starbucks has millions of followers on different platforms like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google+, and they have thousands of followers on other platforms too. Instead of having to pay for TV ads or like any of that stuff, billboards, they still do, but you can promote things online for free. But so they will promote things on online websites. They will post pictures, and that's the main thing they do. They post pictures on Instagram and Twitter, which is where they have most of their followers. And they put out their new ads, and people consume it, retweet it, share it, and people just start talking about it. They even have online options to pay that are advertised on the app, so people who don't like waiting in line, they can just order their drink online and then just go and pick it up. And another thing is they have like loyalty rewards programs, and if you sign up with Starbucks, they had this thing about a year or two ago where you could tweet someone a coffee. If you had your bank account linked up to their Starbucks account, you could tweet your friend $5 for a coffee, which was a very smart branding move. So even though social media is the main form of their advertising these days, they still do commercials, and actually they came out with a commercial at the end of 2016, basically recapping the year, and they used pathos in that commercial heavily. So basically they wanted to show their customers the impact of their contribution. And they played emotional music in the background by Sam Smith, piano music, and then they recorded all the data from the year of how much coffee they drink, how much cups of tea they drank, and then they said, because of this, you helped hire over 8,000 veterans. You sent 6,535 baristas to college. You helped give 10,000 young people jobs. And just the constant saying of you, I think comes across a consumer very powerfully, and it strikes them somewhere where they're like, wow, I helped do that. And this company that I am giving money to is actually socially responsible with what they are doing. They also said you donated 22 million trees. You supported 301,506 ethically sourced farms, and you helped started a pay it forward streak, which is basically like if you're standing in the Starbucks line and I pay for the person behind me, and that person pays for the person behind them, and so on. And that has actually happened to me a couple times when I've gone to Starbucks where people have paid for me, and it's just made me it really, especially when you're having a bad day, it's just something that makes you feel a lot better. And basically, what they wanted to do with this commercial was make people feel their gratitude that because of the consumers, they get to help and make a difference in the world. And they, with the closing statements, they say, all thanks to you. Be good to each other because that's your name right next to ours. And I think that was very smart advertising. They have celebrities endorse their drinks, and especially really famous celebrities like Ariana Grande. She's a famous singer and actress, especially with people around my age and even younger. And she came out recently with a cloud macchiato drink, which got a lot of people talking about Starbucks. Like on social media, everyone was wanting to try it. People were posting about the drink. And another thing that I found while I was researching is that Oprah Winfrey was actually someone who endorsed one of their teas, and Oprah, I would say, is definitely someone who is, people who are a little bit older and more mature are definitely more avid fans of Oprah, and just all of that helps out a lot. And at the end of it, Starbucks really doesn't need to advertise because the consumers do it for them. Success has gained a lot of notoriety, and I would even call Starbucks trendy. And so when people get their order, they'll post it online, their social media, and that's free advertisement. Starbucks has nothing to do with that. And even paparazzis will catch pictures of celebrities, and that gets posted online and that circulates, and people are like, oh wow, she drank Starbucks, like, let me get on that. And so basically the message that Starbucks leaves everyone is that they want to leave the world a better place than it was before they came. And I think that by spreading positivity and being socially responsible with their money and showing people that, I think that's a really smart move, and they're doing great with business.